Welcome to the Loco training video. In this video we're going to talk about washing and cutting cilantro. Before beginning any recipe, the first step is to get the recipe book, keep it on your station, and open it to the right recipe so you know what instructions to follow and the measurements. Second step to washing cilantro after you've gotten your recipe out is to go through and just really quickly pull out any brown leaves in each bunch before putting it into the vegetable and fruit wash solution. Cilantro, when it comes in, typically has a lot of water already on it. This is typically attributed to ice being packed on the cilantro at the produce facility. Don't let that fool you. It's not washed, it's just wet. Cilantro, when grown, it's grown in a very sandy environment and the dirt is very loose. So oftentimes if you run your hands through the leaves, you'll find little bits of sand in it. That's what we're trying to get out when we wash the cilantro. Once you have about a dozen bunches of cilantro in the fruit and vegetable wash, you're gonna get two pans. First pan you're gonna get is a shallow perforated pan. The other pan you're getting is a deep, full hotel pan. Set one inside the other so it acts as a drain basket. Wash the cilantro bunches around in the Victory Wash and let them sit in there for a few minutes. Once they've been submerged well and rinsed really well, pull them up, let them hang dry for a second, and then place them upside down into the perf pan so they'll drain into the bottom pan. Once this is complete, you can take the whole pan, put a very loose wrap of plastic wrap over the top so nothing falls into the cilantro, and place it in your walk-in. Let it air dry overnight, and the next day it'll be ready for use. Once your cilantro has dried overnight, you'll pull it out of the walk-in. You'll see that there's the stem side, and then right above the rubber band is where we get into all the leaves. Take one quick second and just paw through the leaves really quick to make sure there aren't any rotten parts or yellowing leaves that need to come out. Grasp the bottom with one hand and the top with the other, and just twist. It'll tear the whole stem part clean off, leaving you with nothing but the leaves. Discard the stems. In your compost, of course. Next, with the leaves on the board, fold them over on themselves and then roll tightly like a burrito. This will compact the cilantro together, so when you cut it, it'll take less knife strokes to cut through the thing, and it'll make all the cilantro a lot more consistent. So just fine little cuts all the way through. It's okay to get some stems in there. We don't want big leaves of cilantro. Once you have one pass, you'll see that there's large leaves still scattered amongst, but there's also a very small cut. So we're going to take this, and we're going to put the knife going this way through. A couple passes to chop those larger leaves down. The blade, and that's what we're looking for on the cilantro. If you start chopping cilantro that's wet, it'll clump together and it'll make it really hard to portion once it's on the line. It doesn't dry out really well once it's already chopped up. So you have to chop dry cilantro. You have to let that cilantro air dry in that walk-in overnight. The cold water, when you wash the cilantro, will also help the leaves firm up. They'll brighten up a little bit, and it'll give them a bit of hydration into the leaves, which it absorbs, and it's just like having a vase of flowers at home that pulls water from the bottom so it can stay alive. The cilantro leaves and stems, once they're dunked in the water, will absorb that water and use that as nutrients to help that stay alive a little bit longer as well. So washing it's extremely important, but letting it dry is also very important before you cut it.